Hey, what's going on everybody, Draggeek here, and welcome back to another What If. Now, this of course is going to be the end of if this video gets to 10 likes by the end of the month thing that I have going, and it still follows on this video, which is what if deku was the black sheep. Now, let me repeat that. What if Deku was the black sheep? Basically, what I'm saying is like the black sheep of the herd. And for this what if, I decided that the herd would be the Todoroki family. I even have the perfect quirk for Izuku. But anyways, like I said, if this video gets 10 likes by the end of the month, I will continue it to the end. But with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Well, straight into the what if. Anyways, soon Todoroki was born with half red hair and half blue hair. Endeavor felt curious because he didn't know what if his quirk would be the half hot, half cold that he always tried to get. But then 2 minutes later, another baby appeared, which raised Endeavor's questions even more, because the baby boy came out with a head of pink hair. Endeavor thought to himself, well, if you mix red with white, you do get pink, but what does that mean for his quirk? Does he even have one? Four years later, Shoto went to the quirk doctor to find out that he actually has the half hot, half cold quirk. But they didn't take the boy that they called Izuku because Endeavor just wasn't quite sure about him yet. But then came the big moment. Ray was about to pour boiling hot water on Shoto's face, but Izuku saw what his mom was going to do to his twin, so he pushed Shoto out of the way. Endeavor heard grunts at the kitchen, so he rushed to see what was up. And when he got there, he found something extraordinary. He found Ray holding a kettle to Izuku's head head, Izuku just standing there, and between Izuku's face and the kettle was water just floating there. Izuku then breathed, and the boiling hot water went back at Rei's face. Furious, Rei charged at Izuku, and then Endeavor charged at Rei, punching her lights out. Endeavor then sent Rei away, which made Izuku feel a little guilty. And Endeavor saw this and said, "Hey kid, what's up?" And Izuku said, "Oh, hi Dad. I feel like I'm the one that caused all this." Endeavor said, "Well, what happened?" And Izuku said, "Well, she was going to pour boiling hot water on Shoto's left side. And I intervened. I didn't know that was my quirk. I feel like this is my fault." And I'm back, sorry about that, but anyways, back into the story. Endeavor said, "No, it was my fault. You see, kid, I tried my hardest to get your twin. I expected possibly someone with a fire quirk like your late brother. Like your brother Toya. Or an ice quirk like your brother Natsu."
Good morning, how are you?
Sorry about that again. Anyways, Endeavor continued, saying, "But what I didn't expect was a water quirk. Tomorrow we're gonna go to the quirk doctor to see exactly what your quirk can do." Whoops. Yep. The next day, they went to the quirk doctor. And the doctor went, "Wow, that is strange. It's really weird, because your kids either had fire quirks or ice quirks or both, like the last Todoroki that came here. But this one has a water quirk. It is really strange." Endeavor said, "Everything about this kid is strange. But what exactly is his quirk?" I will now tell you what Izuku's quirk is. I call it Hydro Pump. It's basic hydrokinesis. He can emit water all throughout his body, the and shoot it out like a water gun or a hose if he so chooses to. But he can also control nearby water. But he can also control water as long as it's nearby him. He can also change the temperature of the water that he's controlling. The doctor says all this, and he also says the downside to hydro pump, which is in fact if he uses his quirk too much, he'll suffer from dehydration. Two years have passed, and Shoto talked to Izuku, saying that he refuses to use his father's side. And Izuku is confused, saying, what do you mean, Shoto? And Shoto says, I have my father's quirk and my mother's quirk. And I refuse to use my father's quirk. Izuku says, what the? I mean, sure, you're fire. You have both fire and ice like mom and dad, but that quirk is entirely yours. Shoto says, really? Are you sure? Izuku says, our mother has an ice quirk, our dad has a fire quirk, and I, your twin, have a water quirk. Trust me, it's your own quirk. And at that moment, they decide to train with each other. And, of course, Endeavor had to do more training with Choto, and Izuku was left to train on his own most of the time. Eventually, some years have passed, and they're both 14. Shoto and Izuku, anyway. Endeavor went to Shoto and said, great news, you got recommended to UA. Where's your brother? And Shoto goes, he's in the next room, training. And Endeavor goes, that kid is always training. Like, I've even seen him train while he's eating. It's weird. And sure enough, Endeavor gets to the training room to see Izuku just standing there. They're creating water all around him. well, in front of him. And Endeavor goes, alright, how about I get his attention with a fireball? And Endeavor shoots a fireball at him. But Izuku quickly turns around and catches the fireball with his water. And the fireball is still on fire, but it's covered with water. Impressed, Endeavor goes, Izuku, how did you do that? And Izuku said, how did I know you were shooting a fireball at me? Or how did I catch the fireball with the fireball still being attached? Endeavor said, I was mainly concerned about the second one, but I'd like to know both, please. Izuku said, alright. For the first one, I used the water vapor in the air to detect movement around me. And for the second one, I surrounded the fireball with boiling water. With boiling hot water to keep the your ball burning. Izuku then quickly distinguished the fireball and said, okay, so what do you want, Dad? And Endeavor said, you've got recommended into UA. Right, along with your brother. Well, your twin. I'm not too surprised. Shoto has come very far with his training. With both of his sides. And you, well, even if you do have a water quirk unlike Gus, you still are pretty powerful. Izuku said, understand, Dad. I'll keep training to make sure I pass the recommendation test. Endeavor says, alright. Right. Keep up the good work. Oh, and dinner's in 2 minutes. We're having soba. But Izuku said, I'll be right there. "10 months have passed, and both the Todorokis go to the recommendation test. While there, they spot Momo and Anasa. That's how his name is pronounced, right? Anyways. Anasa? Yeah, Anasa. Anyways. They both pass. Izuku and Shoto. And Momo and Anasa also passed. And Shoto didn't say any bad things to Anasa. So he's definitely still gonna be in UA. But unfortunately, that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Now, before I end this video, I want to tell you guys one thing. To start off 2021, on January the 1st, I will put up a brand new special What If. What's so special about that What If? Well, the special part is that you guys will help me make it. Tomorrow I will be going live on TikTok. And taking notes and letting you guys help me with the what if that I'm trying to do on that day. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, boom, slap that like button across the face. If this video gets to 10 likes by the end of the month, I will continue it to the end. And make sure you come tomorrow on TikTok for the live. And catch you in the next one, guys. Laters.